So there was no dietary, absolutely no dietary. Uh, what's the word? There was no mandatory dietary requirement, unfortunately. So I would just be having soup, for example, whether or not that's cream of vegetable or chicken and rice and creamy tomato or something like that, followed by usually a sandwich, white bread, brown bread, whatever they had most of. Dinner time was interesting because one occasion I had a bit of quiche with sweet and sour chicken because there was no rice left. Now, it wasn't because rice is obviously full of carbohydrates. It was nothing to do with that. It was just that that's all that was left. That's what you're given. So in the morning, you would wake up and there was little cups of orange juice, toast, marmalade, jams. And I remember saying to one of the nurses, should I be getting this? And she goes, it's okay because you're still on insulin. You're on insulin. And that didn't really add up for me, to be honest with you. And it wasn't until I think it was a Tuesday when I was seen by the actual specialist doctors, and he were really good. This is before obviously I knew you, Heather, and before we were introduced, but I got the feeling that they wanted to tell you to do a bit of research into things, but they couldn't. And I didn't know anything about what avenue to go down or what route to go down. I was basically at a crossroads and I didn't know if I was turning right, left, straight ahead, or doubling back in myself. And after meeting yourself, or after getting in contact with yourself and discussing choices that we can make, options that we've got, specifically with regards to carbohydrates, keto, amazing, just absolutely amazing. So I was actually released by the hospital on, I was 18.1 and I was 17.8 and 17.6. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, if you were anywhere over 13, 14, you would normally be taken to hospital. But for me, I had spent that long in the 30s and still survived. I hadn't ended up in a coma. I hadn't ended up dead. That was really low for me. And I think I told you at the time on the 9th of January when we first met, virtually, which was, I'm sure that was at the Friday. I'm sure it was a Friday. I couldn't believe how the level went from what was my new normal at 17.6. Overnight, that went down to 7,
yeah,
6.4. Now,